Morning friends, happy Thursday. I hope you all had a good couple of days. I hope at this point you have all watched my first Tuesday, Wednesday vlog. I actually managed to take pictures of all of my food the last 2 days, and you got quite a little chatty chat out of me yesterday. There would have been 2 car vlogs, but Monday Grayson had a snow day. We didn't actually have any snow, it was ice. And then today it is 45 degrees and raining. I think Mother Nature has a mood disorder. Oh lordy. So yes, I got the video up last night. I felt good about that. It is 8:07 and I am quickly, I say quickly, my husband is going to go into work a little bit late today. He usually tries to leave the house around 9 o'clock. He is giving me until 10:15 to be at home. I'm in desperate need of getting some groceries, and it's rainy and cold and nasty, and he said, why don't I just stay home with Willow and I'll go to work when you get home. So he would like to be at work by like 11:15 at the latest. So I'm gonna do everything I can to do it quick. I'm definitely going to our regular grocery store today to do most of my grocery shopping. I think I had like 4 things that I wanted to get at Walmart. None of it is a necessity, so I think I may wait until Saturday and go back up with the kids. If I only need a handful of groceries, I can go back on Saturday with the kids, because then I can take them out. They are in love with going into the Christmas room at Walmart and looking at all the like blow up Christmas stuff and all of the already set up Christmas trees and stuff. So maybe we can do that, because I do need to price some new Christmas trees. We always do a fake tree, and when we moved this year, our tree got put in our storage unit, and somehow in all the shuffle, something heavy got set on the base of it and it was like smashed and shattered. So we ended up having to throw the whole tree away. We probably could have rigged something, but I didn't want it to look silly. So we've got to buy a new Christmas tree, so maybe we can go and price those out. We don't put real trees in because they really bother my breathing. So today I think I'm gonna try our big local grocery, our big chain grocery store and our Dollar Tree sit in the same plaza. They're right side by side. So I'm gonna try to run in and get some, I'm not very crafty, but I did want to make like a paper chain with my kids and stuff. My best friend got them both a countdown to Christmas calendar, and it has candy in it. She obviously does not have children, but they'd like to do something first thing in the morning, and I've kind of put a kibosh on the candy calendar first thing in the morning. We'll do it after lunch, after Grayson gets home from school. I don't let my kids eat a lot of candy, and I'm certainly not going to let them eat candy first thing in the morning before Grayson goes to school, and I don't need him acting up or acting all crazy at school. So I'd like to make a paper chain with them or something, and then, but I don't have any construction paper, so I'd like to get some construction paper and see what cute, cheap things I can find at the Dollar Tree to do a little bit of decorating. We got rid of a lot of our stuff last year. Our kids were still pretty little, and basically after like the first week we had our Christmas tree up, it didn't have any decorations except for at the very top where we put our kids' special Christmas ornaments, because we get them an ornament every year for Christmas, and we always keep those at the top of the tree. But the rest of them all got broken. They either broke them or pulled them off and pulled the little hooky tabs off. Luckily, my mother had a huge house to decorate, and now she has barely anything to decorate. So next weekend, not this coming weekend, but the next weekend, I think we're gonna get all her Christmas decorations out and get them all divided up, and I'm gonna take whatever she doesn't use in her little side of the house. We always like to decorate a little bit earlier. We will probably put up our tree maybe next week sometime, but my mom always waited. There's 4 of us. Me and my 2 brothers belong to the same father. And it goes me, and then I was 2.5 when my next brother was born, and then I was 3.5 when my youngest brother was born. And the brother that's right underneath me, his birthday is December 12th. So we always waited to put our tree up until after his birthday so that he could keep the whole birthday identity separate from Christmas. And then my youngest brother was born at like 12:04 a.m. on New Year's Eve, so he is a New Year's baby. And it's really cool. The year he was born, he was the first baby born in our state. So that was pretty neat. So we always had decorations taken down by the 1st so that he could have a birthday identity too, which is why I am glad in my little family, my birthday is in April, my husband's birthday is in May, and then both of our kids' birthdays are in June. Then we don't have anything else the rest of the year. So that's kind of an update. I'm having my coffee. It is 1 point. I found out that whether you use 1/3 of a Premier Protein or a half, it is still 1 point. Yesterday I only used 1/3 because I didn't have enough room in my cup. I used just a smaller coffee cup. These can only hold about 1/3 of one of those Premier Proteins if you want to actually have room for coffee. And then I just have 1 tablespoon of the peppermint mocha, so that is 1 point. And then before I left, I had 1 piece of the Ezekiel bread with 1 point worth of Jif whips and a banana. So I am at 3 points for the day so far. I do need to run into Walmart, hopefully. I have enough to get me through till Saturday, but I'm gonna need to go back on Saturday at the latest because I do need some more Premier Proteins. The one that's in my coffee today is vanilla. I actually really like the vanilla. I almost like the vanilla for an everyday coffee kind of thing. The chocolate is sweeter than the vanilla, and even with the coffee, the chocolate it just tastes like sweet hot chocolate. It's really good and I really like it. But for an everyday coffee, I really like putting the vanilla protein in. I think any little bit of extra protein that we can get as dieters, weight loss, you know, I think that's good. So I actually really enjoy the vanilla protein in my coffee, so I do need to pick some more up because I only think I have 1 left, and I have 1 chocolate left, so I do have enough for a couple of days. I have 3 large chicken breasts. It was actually 3.6 pounds of chicken in my crock pot this morning with 2/3 of a cup of fat-free Italian dressing from Wishbone. I actually really like it. I love the Emily Bites chicken, but I find that when I make a big batch of that, I can't really do anything else with it because the buffalo sauce is too hot for my kids. They can't eat it. So when I make a big pot of buffalo chicken, I am pretty much the only one that eats it. My husband likes it, but it's not something he reaches for. If I make it for supper, he will eat it. But me, I'll eat it on a salad, I'll eat it on a baked potato, I'll eat it on a piece of toast, you know, anything. I don't really mind. But it's not something he will reach for if it isn't for supper. And my kids can't eat it. So I have found that if I use the Italian dressing, basically it just keeps the chicken moist. It doesn't have a strong, I don't use very much of it, so it doesn't have a strong Italian dressing taste to it. So I can actually make some of it buffalo if I want. I can just add a little buffalo sauce to it and use that. I can use it in other recipes. Instead of being so limited to the recipes I can use it in. Because I'm not going to make a big casserole or something with the buffalo chicken that my kids can't eat and stuff. So I've actually found that that is my new favorite way to cook chicken, is just with half a cup to 2/3 of a cup, depending on how much chicken I put in, of the fat-free Italian dressing. And I like the Wishbone one. I find that it definitely doesn't taste like fat-free dressing. And I don't think it changes. I think that whole 2/3 of a cup is only like 4 points. So it doesn't add much in the way of points to the recipe. So I have that in the crock pot today so that I can cook on it, cook with it all weekend. I have like 2 different recipes I'd like to do with it. I think tonight we're just gonna have it as chicken, either on buns or just on a plate with either some potatoes or some fries and a vegetable. And then I did do on Monday I did another crock pot of lentils. This time I did not do taco lentils for almost the same reasons that I just explained to you about the chicken. The taco lentils are great and I love them, but it limits what I can do with them. So this time I added, I bought like a crock pot seasoning for like a beef roast, and I just used, I used 2 cups of lentils, and I used 2 tablespoons of the seasoning and some diced onion, and I cooked them down that way so that they have a beefy flavor to them, so that I can use them in more ways. I think I'm gonna do stuffed peppers one night. I'm gonna maybe do some burrito bowls. I had discussed in one of our Facebook groups, even though I'm home and even though I am home to make all my meals, I think I am going to try and pick up a few meal prep containers and just have like 4 or 5 meals on hand that I make every weekend, or Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, because that's kind of my weekend, or even maybe before, maybe on Mondays, because there's always times, especially at lunchtime or suppers, when my kids just want something simple that I make maybe not the best choice because I'm trying to find something fast. So I think I'm gonna do a couple different burrito bowls, because that seems to be the quickest thing to kind of put together: beans and meat and cheese and rice and vegetables. So that's kind of my plan for this week. I actually did a whole meal plan until next Wednesday, and I don't see any reason why I won't be able to stick to it. If anything, I will just take one night out if we have too much leftovers or too much food to eat on in the fridge. So I'm really trying. I have managed Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to get my 6-week mini challenge Bikini Body Mommy workout done. I think the reason that I like her videos and her workouts so much is because they're only 20 minutes. It's a 3-minute warm-up, a 5-minute cool down, and 13 minutes of exercise. So I mean, I can definitely find time, even on days when my husband is home, to do that without taking away from family time. So I'm feeling so good today as opposed to where I was at the beginning of the week. I feel much more clear-headed. I feel much less bloated. I feel much less in a bad place. So I feel like I have reset pretty well. I have like 6 pounds to lose in the next 4 weeks, and I really feel like I can do it. I really do. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident. This video is already 15 minutes long, so who knows if you'll actually see this part of the video. I tend to take a lot of my car vlogs out because they're so long, but I probably won't have much food to show you today, seeing as I already ate breakfast, so I'm going to cut it off here. If I find any new grocery hauls, I will do a little mini what I found in the grocery store today haul. I did a but I did a weekly grocery haul last week, so I probably will not do another one this week. But if I find anything new and exciting, I will share it with you guys. And I will see you when I get home for lunch. Bye! Hi guys. So, sorry, hold on, let me turn down Miss Molly. So it is 10:30 and sorry, I took my sweater off. I'm so hot. You can see behind me, I'm putting groceries away. But anyways, I'm not going to show you everything I got. But it is 10:30. I just barely got home, got everything unloaded, got my husband off to work. I'm trying to put things away, but I'm starving. So I'm going to have an apple now. I just refilled my coffee, but I didn't add anything to it except for coffee. There was still enough of the sweet flavor from the Premier Protein in here that I didn't need to add anything else, just some coffee. And I have guzzled a whole cup of water since I've been home. But I'm going to cut up an apple. Hopefully that will tide me over to do all this and go get my son and come home. And then I will find something to eat when I get home. Hi guys, so it is finally lunchtime. It is 12:40, and I just wanted to give you a quick peek of supper. So I have this in the crock pot. Ooh, doesn't it look delicious? So I'm gonna shred that up later. For lunch, I am having some of these crock pot lentils. These are the ones I was telling you about that have the beef seasoning in them. And then, so I have those in this bowl. There is 2 points worth. This is 1 serving. And then I just put maybe a teaspoon of some taco seasoning in there. Mixed that up. Then I have a bowl here that has 1 tablespoon of light sour cream and maybe a tablespoon and a half of just chunky vegetable salsa. I have 16 grams of crushed up, they're not really crushed yet, I'm going to crush them more, but kind of the pieces and bits of tortilla chips that are in the bottom. So the 16 grams, which is 2 points. This is 1, by the way, 1 point. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, and a big salad. I kind of try to keep salad all cut up in the fridge. If you can hear my kids, they're probably killing each other. So I'm just going to make a big salad and eat it with the other half of my apple that I had before I went to get Grayson. So, 5-point lunch. I'll be back. Hi guys, so it's been a little bit of an off day. My kids have been a little crazy and I totally did not film my dinner. It's about 8 o'clock at night and I just put my kids to bed, and this is the first time I've had a chance to just sit down and chat with you. So I did take a picture of my dinner. Let's see, what did I have? I had chicken that I've been cooking in the crock pot all day. That was 2 points. Then I had 2 cabbage steaks that were 1 point for the olive oil. I I took that one of the packages of the shake potatoes, the little canisters that you cook in the microwave, you know, the little shake and take potatoes, and I sprayed them with cooking spray and threw them in my cast iron skillet in the oven while I was cooking the kids' dinner. I had half of one of the containers, so that was 2 points. So we're at 2, 4, 5. And then I had one serving, well, I didn't, it's kind of weird. I bought a bacon and blue tossed salad kit. So I had more than one serving of the greens, the lettuce part, but I had just a third of the bacon that was in the package, which wasn't a lot, let me tell you. And then I used a dressing from a different kit that I hadn't used because I don't like blue cheese, and I totally didn't mean to grab this salad kit, but I counted the serving I had as 5 points. So that made my whole dinner 10 points. Still left me with like 11 points for today, but I had 2 really small meals. So I am actually having a snack. This is just a sugar-free chocolate pudding snack pack for 2 points. There is 0 points worth of mini chocolate chips. There's only about 6. I weighed them out. However many grams you can have for free. I think, I can't remember. There's 0. And then I have 1 tablespoon or 6 grams of the Lucerne peppermint whipped topping. 1 tablespoon is 0, and then you can have up to 3 tablespoons for 1 point. So I think this is just 2 points. I am finishing some water over there. Kitchen. Finishing some water. I've gotten all my steps in today. I feel great. I did not get a workout in today. Today was insane, so hopefully tomorrow will be better. I still have 9 points left, but I am certainly not going to eat them, and I'm not overly hungry. The only reason I'm eating this is because I wanted to try the whipped topping. So I'm going to sit here and have this, and then I will be going to bed. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.